So, good afternoon, distinguished speakers and the industry fraternity. It's a privilege to chair this session on trends in polyolefins for sustainable molding, a theme that sits right at the intersection of where our industry is today and where it must go tomorrow. A quick context to bring things in perspective. India polyolefins demand for 2026 is expected to be in the range of 16 to 17 million tons. Polyethylene and polypropylene together account for close to 75% of the total polymer demand in the country. Plastic exports touch about $13 billion in 24-25, dominantly on the flexible side, but with FTA's opportunities opening up in almost 11 regions and countries, I think the target space for this market for rigid packaging is about $237 billion, which is a start.
It's a good afternoon to you all. It's a real pleasure to be here, and I thank Nidhi for inviting Indian Oil and me for being a part of this wonderful conference. The subject of my talk is managing volatility, supply disruptions. My earlier speaker from McKinsey, he has made a lot of important points. There will be some repetition from my presentations also. There is a small disclaimer that whatever I speak, it is all my personal views, and my company may or may not, it may or may not be the official stance of Indian Oil. Polymer industry, as all of you know, has undergone a major structural shift in last 15 years or 2 decades. From industry where there was a demand-supply gap, today globally we are overcapacity in the 2 major polymers, that is in polyethylene and polypropylene. Almost 20 million tons in each of the product, we are overcapacity globally, and that has led to a reduction in the operating rate, which is about 78% today against an average of about 85%. But the scenario in India is different. In India, still our operating rate last year also has been in the range of about 95% because of the demand which India is there, which I will talk later. So this is one shift which has happened, that globally the capacities has outpaced the demand. Second is that because of that, there has been a shift in the trade flow. China, which traditionally had been a net importer of polymer, that is traditionally 30% of world polymers were consumed by China alone.
Big thanks to Elite Plus, the connector as they say, the industry leaders, policy makers, and the experts across the value chain for creating this platform and inviting HPCL to talk on this conclave of these distinguished participants. Today I'm going to talk about the advancement of the polymers in packaging. I'll restrict my presentations towards the rigid packaging. The time is very short, that's 15 minutes. Packaging is very interesting. I would say the nature's own packaging, the first protective enclosure for human development. So the genesis of the packaging way back 1st and 2nd century BC in China, when the people were using the treated mulberry bark for packaging their food. Since then, packaging has come a long way. Various products were used in packagings. Out of that, plastics has used to be or proven to be wonder horse, and thereby it has been continuously expanding its horizon, pushing the boundaries for the applications, and become an invincible part of today's modern life. So a couple of attributes, when you talk about lightweight design, durability, and cost efficiency, of course, these attributes actually ascribe to the locks in freshness, hold stuff everywhere, tough outside, keeping the stuff inside, and stand tall and stand out as well. So yes, plastics, rigid packaging has become a cornerstone of modern rigid packaging industries. So rigid packaging applications is wide range. Each needs a different kind of requirement. For example, if you talk about the food and beverages, oxygen ingress, recycled content integration, And of course, carbon dioxide retention would be very, very important.
And one of your very strong tagline is behind, that's together we fly higher. Next time I think it's better you put it right here. Together as industry, upstream, downstream, all stakeholders of the industry, that's what we are here for. We are flying together. This forum is a forum of who's and who of the industry, and all key decision makers, opinion leaders are here. Today in my topic, I'll primarily talk about the sustainability in polyolefins, and that too from India specific perspective. And like, at least in my understanding, sustainability is perhaps the most debated topic today, but also maybe the most understood or understated topic. In my presentation, I'll try to decipher sustainability through India's specific lens, because India is different, unique in terms of the aspiration requirements, the affordability requirements, and also the environmental stewardship that India is taking in this regard. It will not be out of place to mention that it was only in June that we read that FSSAI has directed against use of printed newspaper for food packaging. On one side, we are looking at extremely hygienic, no-touch condition, medical kind of application also being done in India. On the other side, we are still talking about banning or giving direction against use of the newspaper for that. So that's the diversity of India that we are. So we'll touch India specifically. So we'll give just a couple of fundamentals on the sustainability.
Yes. I am Nakamura of the Adeka India Private Limited. Today we will present our new clarifier for the polypropylene from the Dr. Miyazono. But before that, first of all, please let me introduce my company's profile very shortly. First is an introduction of the Adeka India and also the Adeka Corporation. Adeka is a chemical company in Japan, and it was established in the 1917. So we have almost 100 years history. And our head office and R&D center is located in Tokyo, Japan. There is a summary of our business segments. We have many and a wide range of the business segments, like semiconductor material, lubricants, and some other interesting point is the food businesses and life sciences, including the agrochemicals. But the polymer additives and the plastic additives is definitely one of the core businesses of the Adeka Corporation. So from here, I would like to implement additives business unit. And we have some strengths for the polymer additives division and the markets. One first strength is we have a wide range of the polymer products. We have started the polymer additives businesses from the 1960s, and we have expanded the product portfolio so far.
And Adeka Transparex is already launched. So if you have any requirement for providing the samples, we can do it. And Adeka Transparex realizes a good transparency performance in PP, and in particular for middle and high flow PP for injection or thin wall injections. This slide shows Adeka Transparex CA2302's transparency performance. This graph shows haze values as transparencies. And CA2302 realizes unprecedented high clarifying performance for PP, and it realizes excellent performance at quite lower loading levels. So using this performance, we all obtained the Guinness World Record as the most effective clarifier for polypropylene transparency last year. From here, I'll show you the very, very attractive pictures. And today, we have many actual articles. So if you have any more interesting, please visit our store outside. And this slide has two pictures. And left side picture has Transparex. It's a Ca2CO2. And you can recognize a
Good afternoon, distinguished delegates, industry colleagues, and partners. I'm Prafulla Shinde from Basell, and it's my privilege today to share how we are advancing in rigid applications with innovative and sustainability solutions. Rigid plastics are everywhere, from packaging to automotive sector, and today they must balance performance and sustainability. And that's the challenge we are solving. From molecules to meaning, we create plastics that protect, connect, and sustain life. So to talk about, this is a disclaimer for the all marketing, media, and our industry partners. So I'll get into the Basell introduction. We operate in over 100 countries worldwide with the 20 manufacturing sites which are dedicated to the polymer resin manufacturing. Nearly 19,000 employees, and we are largest oxyfuel producers in the world and second largest polypropylene producers globally. In sustainability, our ambition is clear. 0.8 million metric ton of recycled and renewable-based polymers by 2030. That's quite an ambitious target for us. Looking forward, our geographical presence, we are located in all continents in the world, and this scale allows us to combine our global strength with the local expertise and supporting customer wherever they are operating today. Moving forward to the business, a division is
Milliken at a glance, we are a multinational company, 70 locations, headquartered in the United States, 7,000 associates, countries of production, and a wide array of diversified applications and industries which we participate, and for myself and our team here, of course, in plastics additives. And we are proud, right? The top tagline is really our company's vision, that together we strive to make a positive impact for generations to come. And just showing some of the awards that we received, for example, most ethical, net zero targets, right? EcoVadis Gold, UN Compact, and sustainability awards. So we continue to be a responsible supplier and a player in this industry as well. And we are not just an additive supplier selling a product and that's it, right? We believe we are experts in polymer modification via additives. And just an example of plastic circularity and the recycle space, where some of these additive, advanced additive solutions can also help, for example, enhancing recycled polypropylene and other aspects of polymer modification. But for today, we are concentrating on our clarifying agent. Of course, we are known as the leading clarifying agent polypropylene supplier. And just a walk through history, right? Even in the early 80s, we were one of the pioneering companies to introduce clarifying agent for polypropylene. So I will not read through all the small little details, but you can see the steps and the evolution from the first to the second to the third. And right now, we would say the market leading fourth generation right now in the market. So in the past generations, we do admit, right?
Pinot Record, Perfetti, all of them waiting for you, but we got to get you back. So can I please request you be back by 2:55, back in the hall. Enjoy your lunch.
Our lunch partner, ladies